Hello there! Welcome to the world of deep dives. My name is Charlie Rowen, and before we get into today's video, there's something I'd like to say. I'd like to let you all know that we have a merch store. Some of the items in it are only available for a limited amount of time, so if you're interested, go into the description and check it out. Each purchase helps us make more content. Secondly, if you didn't know, only 25% of you guys are subscribed to us, so please hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon. Now with that out of the way, let's get into the video. The world of Pokémon has been an ever-expanding and infinitely profitable multimedia behemoth ever since it began in 1997. Ever since then, we've seen a ridiculous number of Pokémon and Pokémon trainers appear and be forgotten, as Ash travels newly discovered worlds on his eternal quest to do whatever it is he spent the last 24 years doing. But Ash never goes alone, and before they come up with the brilliant idea of just cloning him, I mean, come on, Go looks just like Ash, right? It's not just me, is it? Ash has had many traveling companions. One of the most iconic and the longest running is Brock, leader of the Pewter City Gym and Rock-type specialist. Brock has traveled with Ash through 4 regions and 13 seasons of the Pokémon anime. That's from Kanto to Sinnoh. Over this time, Brock has more than proven he's a loyal and level-headed friend. That is, as long as there are no pretty girls around. And as far as we know, he's always been this way. Though given his upbringing, we might have expected much worse. Brock is the oldest of 10 children. His parents are Flint and Lola. As for his siblings, Forrest, Salvador, Timmy, Tommy, Tilly, Billy, Yolanda, Susie, and Cindy, things aren't so simple. According to Pocket Monsters the Animation, a set of novels written by Takeshi Shudo, head writer of the original Pokémon animated series, there is much more going on behind the scenes of Brock's home life. It's revealed that Brock's siblings don't all share the same father. Instead, they are from many men who all ran away from Lola because that's just how Pokemon's men are, I guess. In the novel, Brock is said to have had 19 siblings in total. From the novel, quote, "They're all my younger siblings. 15 is the oldest, and 3 is the youngest. 20 in total." End quote. New quote. "I'm not sure these numbers quite add up," Misty said as she tried counting them on her fingers. "There's 8 sets of twins, and there's 9 different fathers." End quote. Brock explains to Ash and Misty that he had been left alone to take care of his siblings after his father and each of his stepfathers abandoned him, followed by his mother, Lola. Quote, "My mother was the heir to this gym. To ensure the gym's future, she married men with the qualifications to be a gym leader, and they ended up running out on her, 9 in total. Why did they all leave? There's a lot of us. But we're all good kids. I don't get it. But once I got the qualifications to become gym leader myself, the next thing I knew, our mother had run off, leaving behind only a note." End quote. The note said, "I've left behind plenty of heirs. With my role fulfilled, I'm going to live my own life to the fullest." Which, is an interesting parenting philosophy, but let's be honest, the bar for parents in the world of Pokémon isn't exactly the highest. The real kicker is when Ash and Misty respond with a simultaneous, "Sounds rough." Brock responds, "Yes, it was quite rough for my mother." Even after getting straight teleported on by 10 parental figures, being given nothing but a pretty awful note by his mother, he is still sympathetic to their perspective. He is perfectly willing to sacrifice his own happiness to take care of his siblings. Again from the novel, quote, "It's no problem for me at all. I like raising kids. Though to be honest, instead of raising human children who have had various studies on how to raise them, I'd rather be exploring the unknown of raising Pokémon. It's a slight regret of mine." End quote. "I think you dropped this, King," I say, slowly raising a king's rock to Brock's head. In the anime proper, we see many of these ideas brought up, though not as extreme as in the novel. Brock's father, Flint, left the gym to Brock to become a master Pokémon trainer. One pebble of a problem, though. Flint sucks at Pokémon. So much so, in fact, that he didn't feel he could ever show his face to his children again, so he just didn't. Flint decided to become a hermit. Because Flint is a terrible father, I mean, this is like Drake times 10, and he's definitely not paying child support with the money he makes, selling rocks on the side of the road. After Flint helps Ash beat Brock, which is perhaps the most fatherly thing the man's ever done, Brock decides to leave the gym and travel with Ash. And good on him! Being a gym leader sounds excellent, but being the first gym leader? You're a glorified dream crusher. All you do is wreck 10-year-olds at Pokémon all day, which, yeah, that might be fun for a little bit, but there's only so much you can take. His mother was no better. In the Pokémon anime, we see Lola a couple of times, and she's usually the instigator in some weird familial conflict. In the Pokémon Chronicles episode, the family that battles together stays together, Brock comes back home to discover that not only is his mother back at the Pewter City gym, but she has begun the process of transforming the historically rock-type gym into a water-type gym, as Lola is a water-type Pokémon specialist. After talking to his father, who, I should mention, has gone back to living outside of the city in order to hide from his family, Brock sets up a match between Lola and Flint. Winner gets to decide the Pokémon type of the gym. Obviously, Flint loses because he's the worst, and even worse, he agrees to a compromise with Lola to turn Pewter into a dual-type gym? Well, that's the last straw. We can't allow for this kind of deviation from the norm. Good thing Brock steps in to challenge his mother for real. Wins by using Onix to drain the water from the battlefield, and then has Onix make quick work of Lola's Mantine. After he wins, he gets out of there ASAP and goes back to his life with Ash. While Brock travels with Ash, we see that many of the personality traits he picked up running his all-sibling daycare center come in handy. He is naturally mature and level-headed, a great cook, as he would have been in charge of feeding his many brothers and sisters and really good with Pokémon. His time as a gym leader has given him a valuable strategic mind that comes in handy whenever the trio runs into something unknown. Before we get back into the dive, I would like to say that in case you guys didn't know, we are a secondary channel to our main channel, We the Celestials. We the Celestials is full of fun what-if stories. If you have the sugar tooth for great storytelling, please give that channel a visit. This video is also sponsored by Calmex Customs, a brand new clothing line made for the wearer. Calmex Customs puts the customer first, offering a variety of clothing options ranging from casual to business casual. If you're looking for comfortable, easy-fitting clothing at low prices, check out Calmex Customs today. And finally, if you're interested in the content we share with all of our channels, click the icon on the top right corner or check the description below for a link to the channel. Now with that out of the way, let's get back into the dive. We've seen Brock wear all manner of outfits, but his most iconic look consists of a green vest over an orange short-sleeve undershirt. He wears brown dress pants with a professional-looking belt on. Is that Tauros leather? Ooh, fancy! His Sun and Moon iterations have him with 2 pockets on his vest as opposed to his usual 4. Brock's flirtatious nature is portrayed as comedic throughout the series. It has given rise to one of the most memorable recurring gags in the show. Each season, a new character is assigned to the duty of yanking his ear to drag him away from whoever he's attempting to flirt with. What is comedic in the anime can be seen as something more desperate in light novels. Brock's insistence on finding a girlfriend seems more like yet another way to provide for his siblings. His way of giving them a stable household with a mother and father figure who will never abandon them like so many others have. Maybe one day, Brock. Maybe one day. Brock has also given rise to one of the most iconic recurring gags in Pokémon. The ear pull has been a classic in every season with Brock as a travel partner. Whenever Brock got a fever for Nurse Joy, Officer Jenny, or Nurse Joy again, one of Ash's companions would grab him by the ear and yank him away. What a crock-a-rock block for Brock. Over the years, many have had the honor of being the ear puller. From the OG Misty to Max, and even the Pokémon Croagunk will use a poison jab on Brock to calm him down. Now that's cold. Brock was never as loud and proud about becoming a Pokémon breeder as Ash was with winning a championship, or even May with winning her Pokémon contests. This means his dreams and goals take a major backseat in the 13 seasons he is prominent in. A couple of episodes focus on his progress, but ultimately, Brock realizes that compared to Ash, the focus just hasn't been there. He decides to go his own way and changes his goal to become a Pokémon doctor, which, given that he's only 15, is gonna take a while. In terms of Pokémon, Brock has explored far beyond his rock-type roots. For fans of the anime, Vulpix might be as much of a signature Pokémon as Geodude. His first Pokémon was an Onix his father gave him for his 10th birthday. Today that Onix has evolved into a Steelix and can even Mega Evolves. It's Brock's oldest and most dependable Pokémon. Geodude is also one of Brock's longest-held Pokémon. He's had this little dude with him ever since he was a gym leader and would be the first Pokémon he sent out against challengers. Outside of Mount Moon, Brock caught himself a Zubat that would become one of the most loyal Pokémon on his team. Since then, it has evolved into a Crobat. Susie's Vulpix is basically co-owned by Brock. They had a relationship similar to Misty and Togepi. Brock has an excellent track record of raising Pokémon through their evolutionary lines. Doing so with Onix, Zubat, Lotad, Pineco, Mudkip, Bonsly, and Happiny. Brock makes instant friends with basically every Pokémon he's caught. And he has shown time and time again that he is an incredible talent when it comes to raising Pokémon. It probably won't be long until we're calling this 15-year-old Dr. Brockter. Move over, Doogie Howser. Thank you all for watching the video to the end. Now there are a few more things that I'd like to go over before the video ends. I'd like to thank the writer and editors of this video. Their information will be in the description. If you're a voice actor, editor, or writer, or you'd like to get your start, we're always looking for members to join us. That's it for today's video. Thank you all for watching, and don't forget to push the subscribe and like buttons if you like the video, and check out our deep dive on the water Pokemon expert Misty. Until next time, peace out, mortals. Have a fantastic day!